And first of all, I want to acknowledge the hard work of our budget chair and colleague from San Francisco. I want to talk about the education piece, which I oversee and the chair of the Education Finance Committee. But first of all, the big picture, I think one point I want to note that our budget chair alluded to, this architecture provides the largest rainy day reserve from the two rainy day funds in history, $10 billion. And so it is a prudent spending plan. We get in more money from our tax revenues. It goes to our schools. A lot of people complain we're spending too much. I don't hear those same complaints when we spend more money for our schools, which I'll get to in a few seconds. No budget's perfect, but this one continues on the path of investing in our public school system, from preschool all the way through higher education. With regards to our youngest learners, this budget maintains last year's budget accord of $5 million for more preschool and child care slots and rate increases, and we further help families by updating the outdated eligibility when it comes to income requirements and 12-month eligibility. As far as K-12 education, our public schools, we increased Prop 98 spending by $3.2 billion, furthered our local control spending formula by $1.3 billion. So English learners, low-income kids, and foster youth are prioritized in our public school system. Our after-school programs, which everybody, Republican and Democrat, support. We haven't had an increase in these programs for 10 years. This budget for the first time provides an opportunity to expand after-school programs for our kids. Knowing we have a teacher shortage and a teacher issue, we have two things in the budget that tackles that. Focus on recruiting bilingual teachers and further our classified employee program to help classified workers become members of the teaching workforce. Knowing that California has a strong refugee population and we've been welcoming refugees to our state, we further districts with support to help these kids in our communities. As far as college, the top issue for the legislature, Republicans and Democrats, we're on a long-term path to make college more affordable, focusing more on degrees and not debt. We further that in a few ways in this year's budget. One, we saved the middle-class scholarship, which everybody here on this floor supported. We focus on expanding access for financial aid for community colleges, and we expand our Cal Grant program to make sure we cover the fee increases at the UC and CSU. For our community college and veterans, we expand our veterans resource centers, as well as focus on hunger issues and mental health at our community colleges. For CSU, we fund the governor's package and more. As our budget chair alluded to, we fund 2,500 new CSU students, and a great reform we've been hearing about to make sure if you're a CSU applicant and you get into a CSU system and you get denied from a campus, you'll automatically be redirected to a campus throughout the system, making sure that everyone has a chance to enter the CSU. We continue the effort to improve graduation rates with a highly successful graduation initiative. On to our UC. With my colleague from East Nicholas alluded to, UC reform is a major issue for us. And we did two things in this budget that I think we all can agree are positive things. We took the auditor's recommendation to have a direct appropriation for the Office of the President to make sure that in the future, any programs, initiatives that goes through that office has to be approved by this legislature. More importantly, with regards to the audit, it did allude that there are quite a few programs and monies squirreled away that we haven't had a chance to look at for many, many years. So we decided we're going to take an opportunity to redirect those funds to expand California enrollment. That's right, California kids, to make sure they can go to UC. So this year is our first year of doing that. We're going to redirect $15 million to expand 1,500 slots for California kids. Further, we know that saving for college is something that unfortunately too many families with means do, and people who don't necessarily have the opportunities don't do so. So we're creating a program through our Scholar Share effort, Every Kid Counts, to help low-income families open a college savings account. Lastly, this budget doesn't tackle all the education woes in California, but puts us on solid footing to make sure we invest from early education to our K-12 schools all the way through higher education. Ask for your aye vote. Thank you.